Hey guys, just wanted to do a video here real quick because I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes. One, I wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. Two, I really wanted to make you think. And three, I wanted to challenge you. As we go into this day of celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ and we start thinking to the future and what we want to do differently in the new year, I wanted to talk to you about something that really shined bright for me this Christmas season. This is usually my favorite time of the year. And the one thing that really stands out about this time of year is the songs we hear on the radio. I really don't know why we don't hear these songs on a more regular basis when they don't talk specifically to the word Christmas, Santa, jingle bells, or reindeers. They just talk about the birth of Jesus Christ and how magnificent of an event that was. But we only hear it at this time of year. This year, there's one song that actually stood out the most to me, and that was Mary Did You Know? Now, I know what you're thinking. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. So have I. But for some reason this year, man, the Lord really just started to talk to me through that song. I listened to it one day on my drive from my house to church, and I think I listened to every different version that was ever made. And I really started listening to the words. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nation? Did you know that the child you birthed would one day deliver you? And it really made me think. I wonder, did Mary know? I mean, when we read in the Bible, her response was just phenomenal, if you ask me. But I wonder, did she really know the magnitude of which she was being asked? In the Bible, it says that when the angel came to her, he said that you were going to be with child. And the only question she really asked was, how can this be if I'm still a virgin? Which is an extremely rational question, one I'm sure we all would have asked. But after that, she didn't seem to raise any other questions. She just said, I'm a servant of the Lord, so let it be as you say it'll be. That blows me away. I don't know about you, but almost every time that the Lord has asked me to do something, I've questioned it. I've asked, how can it be me? Why should it be me? Is this the right time? Is it the right season? I've asked so many questions, yet all she asked was one rational question. How can I give birth if I'm a virgin? And yet here we are 2,000 years later. We're still talking about this one decision that she made to be obedient. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that when I read the story about Mary in the Bible, it tells me that God can use anybody, because Mary was a teenager. It doesn't tell us anything about her family, so we have to assume she didn't come from a family of great name. She was just a teenage girl waiting to be married, but we do know that she believed God. We know that because her response was, since I'm a servant of the Lord, let it be as you say it'll be. So I just wanted to give you a moment to think about that. You know, I'm sure she didn't know the greatest magnitude to which this was going to happen. I'm sure she realized that it was huge when she was told that she was going to give birth to the Messiah. But did she realize that that decision was going to impact Kathy 2,000 years later? Was going to impact you 2,000 years later? I feel like if she knew that, maybe she would have been a little bit more hesitant or nervous to just jump in and say, sure, let it be. But I'm glad that she didn't. But that's where I really got to thinking. What has God asked me to do that I've hesitated to do because I've asked way too many questions instead of just saying, since I believe you and I'm your servant, I'll let it be what you say it'll be. What is it that he's planted in you? I know that he's planted something in each and every one of us. And the story of Mary is just one that shows us that we have to go through a birthing process. And that process is not short term. Sometimes it's instant. Sometimes it lasts a long time. But it's a process. What is it that God has asked you to do that you've hesitated on, asked too many questions about, or maybe even just doubted his ability to do it through you? Whatever that is, I think we need to change our perspective on it. Mary said it. I'm a servant of the Lord, so let it be as he said it will be. As you go into this next year and you start thinking about what you want to do differently, because I know that I will, that's number one. I believe God. And since I believe God, I'm going to trust God. I hope this has made you think a little bit. Take some time, listen to the song, read the story for yourself. Don't take my word for it. But as you go into this next year, really challenge yourself to step out and do the things that he's asking you to do. Because who knows who it might impact 2,000 years from now. Well, as I said, just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, make you think and challenge you. When you're seeing this video, make sure you like it, share it, and hashtag strike the match.